Today is the 19th day of June, 1989. I'm here at my home with Grant and Delinda and Heather, and I'm going to read some of the stories of my life that I wrote last winter while I was in Colorado. And so I start at the beginning. I've written these in episodes and named them. I have a little title for each one. And so this is called Chapter 1, In the Beginning. I remember my 12th birthday. I was all alone in our little 2-room house when Mama came in and handed me a little gray book. I loved books, but I had very few except school books. I opened it eagerly and then was surprised to find the pages were blank. Mama said it was a diary book and that I was to write in it every day about me and about my activities. Mama said she would help me get started by telling me about family events that had gone before, like the births of my brothers and sisters and the various moves of the family that had brought us to the home and the farm where we now live. As she dictated, I wrote. I, DeFonda Dowdle, daughter of Robert Amos Dowdle and Mary Ann Larson Dowdle, was born September 1st, 1904, at Newton, Cache County, Utah, and was blessed by my father at College Ward, Cache County, Utah. We lived at College Ward until March of the next year when we moved to Logan, and in July moved to Newton. On October 22nd, my first baby sister was born, named Verda Elvira, and I learned to walk. I talked when I was 9 months old. And the next April, we moved back to our farm in College Ward, and that year our crops were all frozen, and my parents were discouraged. They decided to try another location. On December the 7th, we moved to Newton again. 6 weeks later, on January the 15th, 1907, my first baby brother was born named Amos LeVar. We sold our farm in College Ward and bought a farm in Newton with a little house just a block away from Grandma Larson's. We lived at Grandma's home until 1910 when we moved to our own home. Roma was born October 27th in 1911 and Karma 4 years later on August 25th, 1915. And this was the end of Mama's dictation. And now I begin my own account of a memorable event of that year before. On July the 11th, 1915, the Liberty Bell passed through Cache Junction, which is just a little ways away from Newton. And it was on its way to the World's Fair, and it was called the Panama Pacific International Exposition in California, and it was celebrating the completion of the Panama Canal in Central America. Everybody from all over Cache County came to see it, about 1,000. They had 20 policemen by the bell, and every child was lifted up on that flat car and got to touch it. Verda was the first, and I was the last. And that's what I wrote in my diary. That's the close quote. The vivid memory of that exciting day is still with me. The size of that flat car. It was the floor of the flat car was just about even with my father's head. And the size of those guards, I remember, this I can remember when they talked about it, was that the men had to be 6 feet tall before they could qualify to be guards for that bell. They had to be large men. And then the size of that bell itself, it doesn't show up in the pictures like it really is. We had read in the paper that it would be taken to Liberty Park in Salt Lake City, if I remember correctly, where it would be roped off so people could file by, but no one would be allowed to touch the bell for fear it would begin to sway. It was a surprise when the guards leaned over and told some of the men close by if they would lift their children up, they could touch the bell. And so when they lifted them up, the guards leaned over and took the children, pulled them up onto the flat car, one by one. Bertie was the first one, and I was the last one. I touched the bell, and then I gave it a push with my finger to see if I could push it and make it move, but it didn't move. Failing that, I leaned over and looked up inside the bell, and there were gears all over inside the bell, and I suppose it was the gears that run the flapper, worked the flapper. I've always quietly thanked whoever realized the importance of making a whistle stop and allowing a few dozen children a special privilege not accorded the children in the big cities. I have in my scrapbook a picture with the history of the bell and a little badge that we were each given. My next brother, Reuel Norris, was born the 26th of July, 1917. Where's the picture? This is the little gray book that my mother gave me on my birthday in 1960. And that's what it says. It's a little canvas back book, and it says, My Diary, September 1, 1960, to November 10, 1925. And so it was that many years that I put in this book. I wasn't a very good writer at that time, but this is what it looked like in my book. And then I'd like you to see every child that went to see the Liberty Bell got a card like this. And here's a picture of the bell with the flags and the buildings at Philadelphia. And it said, Philadelphia, 1915, San Francisco. So it stretched from Philadelphia to San Francisco. That is, they took it that far. And on the back is a little history of the Liberty Bell. And then also, each one of us got a little badge. And here's the little badge. And it says, Philadelphia, 1776, and on the bottom it says 1915, San Francisco, and a little replica of the flag. And I've kept that all of these years, from 1915 to 1989, and it's in my scrapbook. And that's the end of the first chapter.